All right. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Nutrition at Noon. And welcome to my home coffee shop. Today, we are going to be channeling our inner barista. My name is Tu Win. I am one of 10 nutritionists here with Giant. And before we get started, I just wanted to let you guys all know that this is going to be a 15-minute program. It's going to be about 10 minutes of me giving some tips and strategies. And the last 5 minutes is going to be a live Q&A. So if you have any questions at all about this topic, make sure you click that Q&A icon at the bottom of your screen and type in your question. For all those who are new to our webinars, welcome. I just want to let you guys also know have any background noise going on. We can't hear you. Your microphones are muted. Your cameras are also turned off. And any questions that you may ask are also going to be anonymous. So I just wanted to ask you all, how many of you miss going to your favorite coffee shop and buying, that morning cup of coffee or that afternoon cup of coffee? Because I know I do. I see people raising their hands. Yes, we miss it, right? And, there's just something about going into the coffee shop and picking up your coffee, and it just feels good, right? And chances are, with everything going on in our world today, you might not be going as often as you did before. So that's why I'm here today. I'm here today to show you all how to make some cafe-style drinks at home so that hopefully you're not missing your coffee shop too much. And bonus, making coffee at home saves you money and calories. So we know that coffee has so many health benefits, right? They're full of antioxidants. They're associated with reduced risk of chronic diseases such as type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and Parkinson's disease. Studies have also shown that coffee can improve cognitive performance as well as slow that age-related mental decline. Of course, we know that it's all in how we take our coffee. So in a perfect world, we would all be drinking our coffee black, right? But that would be unrealistic to ask us all to drink our coffee black because some of us actually like some flavor to our coffee. So the recipes I'm going to show you today are going to have some flavor to it. It's going to have some calories and some fat and some sugar. But we just want to make sure that if we are adding these to our drinks, that we're treating them as treats. So we like to say treat treats as treats. So we don't want to be drinking it every day, but every once in a while, perfectly fine. We know that drinks like frappuccinos, they offer very little nutrition for our bodies and pretty high in calories also. We've talked about liquid calories before, how our brain doesn't register these liquid calories. So again, they're giving us a lot of those calories, little nutrition, and they don't fill us up. So we might be eating more or drinking more things throughout the day. And again, those calories can really add up. So I just wanted to give a little example. Again, perfectly fine if you enjoy a caramel frappuccino, because I know I do. But we don't want to be drinking it every day. So a small caramel frappuccino has about 260 calories for that cup. And we know that a snack should be about 100 calories, so it's a little bit high. It also has 7 grams of saturated fat. So that's actually equivalent to 7 slices of bacon. So just imagine eating 7 slices of bacon every day. And then it has 38 grams of sugar. And according to the American Heart Association, we shouldn't be getting more than 38 grams of sugar for the whole day. And that's for men. For women, it's even less. It's 25 grams of sugar for the whole day. So again, if you are drinking that caramel frappuccino, then just keep in mind that's all the sugar you should be drinking in one day. And if you measure it out, this is how much sugar is in that caramel frappuccino. And this is a fun experiment that you could do at home if you have kids. So 4 grams of sugar equals a teaspoon. So you can always look at nutrition fact labels and check out how many grams of sugar it has and measure it out to see how much sugar is actually in your favorite product. All right, so like I said, we are going to be talking about some recipes today. So first up are some products that we nutritionists love. So City Girl Coffee is a local brand coffee, and we're always supporting those local brands. 5 Star Strong supports our military, and Nature's Promise Organic Coffee receives a great How Good rating for its commitment to sustainability. So if you want to know more about How Good, Emily had a great Nutrition at Noon episode all about it. So make sure you check that out. There's another symbol that you might see on your coffee products, and it's a free trade coffee symbol. And you actually want to be on the lookout for this symbol because it means that that coffee supports our farmers and our environment. All right. So then here are some things that you can add to your everyday coffee so that you can get a little bit more flavor to it. So trending right now are these plant-based creamers. So you could be on the lookout for oat milk or coconut milk or soy milk creamers, and they have so many different flavors, so just see which one interests you. A lot of people also don't know that you can add hot chocolate to your coffee, and this kind of gives that mocha flavor. And then last but not least, cinnamon. Cinnamon is my favorite. It has great flavor. And not only that, but it's jammed packed with antioxidants. So not only are you getting the antioxidants from cinnamon, but you're getting it from your coffee too. So double that antioxidant power. All right, let's get to those recipes. So first up, most likely, or most commonly, we have a coffee maker. And some ways that you can spice up your coffee from your coffee maker, you can add those flavored creamers that we talked about. You can add different kinds of sweeteners like honey or agave. And then, of course, you can add your milk, any type of milk that you prefer. Then, if you're trying to get a little bit fancier, you can try drip coffee. And drip coffee is a little bit stronger than your traditional coffee because of the amount of time it takes for the water to go through the coffee grounds. So if you want to try some drip coffee, you can get one of these cool little things that I have right here. If you've ever gone to a Vietnamese restaurant and ordered their iced coffee, you'll see one of those. Or it could just be as simple as putting a coffee filter over your cup. So my favorite drip coffee recipe is Vietnamese iced coffee. So to make this, you'll do a tablespoon of condensed milk to your glass. Then you're going to do 2 tablespoons of that coarse ground coffee to your filter. Pour about 6 ounces of boiling water over top. And once that all goes through, you're just going to mix it up and then add ice. And there you go, Vietnamese iced coffee. All right, if you want to get a little fancier, you can invest in an espresso machine. And I love my espresso machine because if you look up recipes for coffee, a lot of them use espresso. So your recipes, the possibilities are endless with an espresso machine. And my favorite recipe is a caramel macchiato. So how you would make this, you'd add a tablespoon of vanilla syrup to your glass, add about 10 ounces of warm milk, and then pour on top your 2 shots of espresso and put that drizzle of caramel sauce. All right, so my favorite type of coffee is cold brew. And it's exactly that. It's brewed with cold water and you leave it, either 24 hours or overnight. So it really gets that flavor. It makes the coffee really smooth. So you can invest in something like shown here. This is called a toddy. Or you can simply mix coffee grounds with water in a jar and then filter it out the next day. So basically, it's just your coarsely ground coffee. You add that water, let it sit overnight, and then you filter it out the next day, and then you have your cold brew concentrate. And this is a concentrate, so it's going to be really strong, and you're going to want to dilute it. So 1-to-2 ratio is usually what they recommend. So you can dilute it with water or with milk. So my favorite cold brew recipe are iced lattes. And since the coffee is already cold, you don't need to worry about it melting your ice and further diluting your coffee. So what you do is you add ice into your glass, you add whatever sweetener you prefer, then you add that coffee concentrate, and then you add your milk or milk substitute, and there you go, iced latte. All right, so the last recipe that I have for you guys, if you have been on social media during this quarantine, you will know that the coffee of quarantine is whipped coffee. So of course, this is gonna be a little bit higher in sugar, but remember, like I said, it's a treat, right? So you can definitely have it every once in a while. And this is made with instant coffee. So you're going to need those instant coffee granules. And what you do is you do equal parts of the hot water, instant coffee, and sugar into a bowl. Then you're gonna take a hand mixer, or if you have a mixing stand, whip that coffee until it's light and fluffy. Then you're gonna take your glass and you're gonna fill it with ice and whatever milk you prefer. And then you just top it with that whipped coffee. And here's a picture of one that I made recently. All right. So at the beginning, I said that making your coffee at home will save you some money, and it really will. So the average cup of coffee costs about $2.99. It can get up to $4.24, depending on what kind of coffee you're buying or what coffee shop you're going to. And if you average this, it's about $100 in a month, $1,300 in a year, just on coffee. So for me, I'm looking at that $100 a month as a week of groceries, my monthly internet bill, 2 months of diapers. So it really can save you money if you're trying to make it at home. All right, so before we get to our Q&A, I just wanted to highlight some online resources that we have. So we nutritionists with Giant, we do some individual consultations online. So reach out to us if you have any questions about anything. We have our online classes as well as our daily Nutrition at Noon webinars every weekday. And then we have our blogs, which are full of inspiration and educational pieces. And then, of course, we have our Nutrition Made Easy podcast, that are recordings of various health-related topics. And you can find all this information at dietfood.com/nutrition. And hopefully you have joined our Healthy at Home Challenge. So we're in week 2 of our Healthy at Home Challenge, which is to try a new fruit or vegetable every day or try a favorite one in a new way, and to move our bodies for at least 30 minutes a day. And we've had some great participation. So check out some pictures from people participating in our Healthy at Home Challenge. And of course, if you want more information, you can always send us an email at nutrition@giantfood.com. All right, so we have about 3 minutes for questions. Let's see what we have. All right, is there a nutritional difference between roasts? Okay, great question. So we know that there are different types of roast to coffee, right? There's light, medium, dark, and there is no nutritional difference. It's all about the flavor, the bitterness. So you just choose what strength and what flavor you want in your coffee. Okay, is too much coffee bad for you? So like I said, coffee has so many health benefits. So again, it really goes back to what we're putting into our coffee. If we are putting a lot of cream and sugar and we're having multiple cups in the day, then we might want to look that over. But if you're just having black coffee, that's perfectly fine. Our coffee recipes on the website. So the recipes that I have for you guys today are not on our website. Just send us an email right there, nutrition@giantfood.com, and I will be more than happy to send out those recipes for you guys. All right, so it looks like we have time for maybe one more question. How can you train yourself to use less sugar? That is a great question. I used to joke that I take coffee with my sugar because that's how much sugar I used to put in it. But you can really train yourself. If you make it a habit. So at the beginning, I would just cut down that sugar by a little bit. And then as my body got used to that, I would cut down more and more. And now I can actually drink my coffee black. So just remember, it takes some time to develop habits. Be easy on yourself. Just cut it down a little bit each day or each week, and then you'll be getting there in no time. All right. Well, that's all the questions that we have. Thank you, everyone, so much for tuning in to Nutrition at Noon today. Be sure to check in again on Monday for our week 3 Healthy at Home challenge. Until then, have a great weekend and stay safe, everyone.